We have a question from Tim, and it's kind of a funny one. I have an idea for a new throwing event along with a dumb but fun question. The throwing event is called Can Dan John Throw You Farther Than You Can Throw a Discus? I'm 6'2" and about 95 kilos. So throwing a 95 kilo person, I got to tell you, is tough. Uh, I've tackled 95 kilo people and put them on the ground, and just throwing them on the ground is hard to do. Um, and he also has great anaconda strength. That's which is good because that's what you want to have. So it'd be like throwing a 95 kilo water log. I have zero experience or skills in the throwing arts, so the discus won't go far for my part. Well, I can almost guarantee you're going to win because physics. If I can pick up a 95-pound water log and move it, uh, there's going to be no acceleration. There's going to be no speed. I think my angle of release isn't going to be very good. I don't think it would go. And you could just basically take the discus and go, and it'll go farther. But it's a good sport. But the fun question from Tim. Also, when throwing a person, what's your preferred technique? Now, this is why this is funny. I actually know the technique that I want to use. I do. I actually know the technique, and I'm kind of looking forward to my grandchildren being in the pool with me soon because I love doing this. I did it with their moms, and he asks clean and jerk. That's not a very good way to throw. Caber toss. Grab them by the ankles and take a few turns and let them fly, or some other style. Now, I'd like to do that last one because they'd go the farthest, but it could also kill them. But what I used to do, Tim, is I would take my daughters and have them stand straight up and plank with their hands on their sides like this. And then I would pick them up, and then I would lean back, and I would flip them like a clean grip snatch or a caber toss. And this is their feet, and their heads would go backwards, and they'd go boom in the water. And we would be at like hotel pools. I remember down at Disneyland, we did it at the Murray Park pool. And it was weird because kids would say, "Can you do that to me?" And I'd be like, "No." No, if I hurt my own kids on a belly flop, then I'll deal with it. I'm not hurting anybody else's kids. But yeah, that's my preferred technique for throwing people. I flip them by their feet. However, in fact, it's an interesting thing. Now, segue this into if you have a kid who can't be flipped caber style, very often they're not knitted. So you have to be in a plank to make it work. And if the kid is spongy or not paying attention, you can't flip them. You throw them, and as you hit, their hands go this way, their legs go this way, their body goes this way, and all that energy just gets. And it was an insight for me on coaching that I actually use with my throwers, and so it's weird. And this is where the suitcase came from. The suitcase carry came from. Is to build up my throwers. I call it the chain link fence. From the shoulders to the hips, I call it the chain link fence. The word fit comes from the old Nordic meaning to knit. And it's weird how chain link fence and to be knitted, they all tie together right there. So this part of the body should be like a chain link fence. Very strong, but very flexible. Very flexible, but very strong. And if you can't knit yourself in, when I go to caber toss you, all the energy just gets wasted. I got to tell you, that was a fun question. Thanks, Tim.